The following events and their probabilities are listed below. We have these events and we have these probabilities. We want to compute the following down here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's first start off with A. So in A, we're going to compute the probability of A plus B, assuming that the AB is equal to a null. And what this means is that the intersection of our A and B is equal to this empty set. So that means if we have like some set right here, and then we have these inside of here, we have our A and we have B. Basically, we don't have anything intersecting. They're separate like this. All we're gonna want to do is simply add here. We're gonna have 1 over 4 plus 1 over 3. We do some math. This is simply going to be 7 over 12. That is for A. Now let's look at B. B is to compute the probability of A plus B, assuming that A and B are independent. Well, if they're independent, let's do B like this. We have our set right here, and then inside of here we have our A and we have our B. Well, if they're independent, we want them as disjoint, right? But we have all this in here, and we have all of this in here, and this in here, right? So what are we gonna do? Well, what we can do is, if they're independent, we'll have the probability of A plus the probability of our B, and we'll do a, since they're independent, minus the probability of our A intersecting with our B. So this, from our previous problem, is going to give us a 7 over 12 minus, and then the probability of A intersecting with B is really just multiplication, right? So notice how these multiply together. These are just going to multiply together. So we have A times B, which is going to give us a 1 over 12 here, which is going to give us 6 over 12, which is equal to 1/2. So we have 1/2 for B. Lastly, let's look at C. Is it possible that all of A, B, C, and D are mutually exclusive? And we want to tell why or why not. Well, they are not mutually exclusive. Say no here. And that's because the probability of our A plus the B plus the C plus D is greater than 0. And therefore, from our notes, it is not mutually exclusive. And that's how we would look at this problem.